So now that we've looked at all the Hazel high grades that you could buy without forking out the money for a P-Bandai release, now we can look at the high grade Gaplant TR5 Hrairoo. I don't even know. It's a weird name, but I love the way it looks. This is actually the first kit I bought from Advance of Zeta years ago, and I love it. But now that I have the Hazel high grade kits, it opens up a plethora of things you can do. This is going to be a long video. Just going to warn you. First off, great mobile suit mode and mobile armor mode. You got the cannons in the front. I couldn't do it exact. This is what it should look like. Basically, the V-fin folds in, but it just you replace it with a folded up V-fin. And also, the cannon on that should be in between the legs. I can't do it because, well, it's got this cool manipulator arm, which is all fine and dandy. But you got this little claw, and you slide in a shield connector from the Hazel, the gem, and you have this piece. And then you have the blade piece, and then you have a beam pistol. And this all goes together to make a long-range beam blade. So you take the blade part, it slides into the barrel, and this part, there's a groove. It's supposed to have a peg here that goes like that. Mine broke when I built it years ago. So this would just slide into the little claw, go under the leg, and then it would be underneath like that. And it worked if I hadn't broke that peg. Thankfully, now that I have the Hazels, I don't need that anymore, and I'll show it in a bit. But first, I want to show the other configuration I can do in this mode with the Hazels. And actually, it involves swapping some parts. I'm going to take off the beam cannons from the Gaplant, because initially they didn't use it in the mangas or whatever the actual story is from. But we'll take these off, and what we're going to do is we're going to bring in some shield boosters. In the pictures there were the white ones, but I don't have two of them in high grade form, at least not yet. And taking off those cannons reveal the same kind of polycap, so you just plug it in there. And that's basically the Gaplant TR5, with the added name at the end that I can't say. Yeah, the colors aren't exactly the same, like, because it has the blue here. If it had the white, it would look better. But it's cool that you can do this. And the problem I'm finding is it is stretching the shield connectors a little bit. You can kind of see it is kind of stretching them a little bit, so I wouldn't keep it like that because I wouldn't want them to break those. I probably have more, but it's easier that way. Now, with the blade rifle, well, I got this broken bit, which I can't really use, but if you have a Hazel, just like with the Master Grade, I only know this because I have the Master Grade, Hazel, and 2 Hrairoo. So the fact that you can just do this, and now you have the rifle. And now I can just put it on in between the mobile suit. And that's basically the mobile armor mode complete. Now, of course, this is using the parts from the Advanced Hazel, because it has the 2 shields and everything, and the beam rifle. So it works better with that one specifically. Now, transforming it, pretty simple actually. It's easier to go into mobile suit mode than mobile armor mode, because you just gotta kind of unpeg everything. And mobile suit mode, pretty awesome. It does look really good, especially with the actual cannons on. You can have them longer or shorter because they're on a sliding track. The whole transformation I didn't want to show because it's not hard, it's just finicky. You gotta make sure when you're bringing the whole body together, because once you untab the crotch from the nose cone, it's on a hinge which slides down. The best part here slides down, and they connect together. The crotch and the torso tab together, and the back and the crotch tab together, which kind of solidifies everything. And check that out, even movable thrusters in the back. Remember, 2006. There are quite a few stickers, a lot of little yellow ones here and there, all over for detailing mostly, but like a lot of thrusters are actual yellow. Has the same kind of hazelish camera piece here. Articulation wise, oh yeah, I forgot these parts here that extend the shoulders. They're new. You have to part swap. You have to put them on for the mobile suit mode. You could technically leave them on for mobile armor mode. It wouldn't be as streamlined because these are supposed to go right up against the torso, but yeah, whatever. But yeah, posability, you know what? Not terrible. Obviously nothing in the waist because you had to like slap it all together. But the arms and the legs are pretty free. The head's very limited too because it's got these giant collars. Good luck seeing left and right. But yeah, it looks great. You can also make this into the normal Gaplant TR5 mode. All you have to do is remove these parts here are from the Hrairoo 2. I have the Hrairoo 1 for the Master Grade, but there is a P-Bandai of the Hrairoo 2, which came out in like 2019. This thing came out in 2006. So, like, is it the same parts? I have no idea. But they are just pegged into holes on the top of the shoulders. So yeah, it's looking a little plain right now. But you're also supposed to give him the rifle here, which, from the picture I see on the wiki, it does have the Hazel beam rifle in the center, so that's accurate. And then you also take 2 of the shield boosters again. I'm not sure how this would work normally, but as far as I can tell, the only way you could do it right now is to take this beam pistol part attachment, because there's a little groove in there, and they give you this adapter piece that slides into that piece, and it has 2 locking points. And so you keep it like that, and then you can slide the shields because they are made exactly like the molded into the shield connector design. So now you have the shield. So now you can have him holding the one, and I just realized the hands are on backwards, so good job me. Not that it matters. It does have a beam rifle holding hand, which I have no idea where it is. I don't give him the rifle because it broke, so I think the cannons are fine. So basically, you'd have him holding the shields in the one hand, the rifle in the other, and you got the normal Gaplant TR5. Once again, things you can only do if you have Hazel customs. So in order to bring this thing out to its fullest, I feel you gotta have other things. It just makes it more like it's more play options, more display options. Now bringing back the Hrairoo 2 parts, that's a mouthful. You're also supposed to be able to connect the blade rifle into this shoulder piece, which opens up, and it basically like kind of supposed to be able to plug in. Let's get rid of that. I guess it's supposed to plug in. I don't think the model can do it. Oh, it has grooves. Oh, it can do it. Damn. You know what? I never tried that before. But there you go, buddy. You got a cannon for you. So he doesn't need any holding hands. He's got the friggin' connector here. Is this where they got the idea for the thrones? Just asking, because it seems like that's where they got the idea. So, well, that's what you get for the Gaplant. But wait, there's more. You see, those Hrairoo 2 parts are also made to take some Psycho Gundam arms and connect them. Unfortunately, I don't think they're meant to do that really with the high grade. Because you see, you got these connectors on the back of the Hrairoo 2 parts. And unfortunately, well, it feels like they should, and it looks amazing. It's not solid. Like, check that out. There is a Hazel with giant arms, but this is also very awesome. And the colors don't match, but it wouldn't be very hard if you just thicken these pegs up a little bit. It's very, very minor. Like, it feels like it's just like a millimeter off, if that. But yeah, you could totally give yourself some Psycho Gundam arms if you don't mind decapitating a Psycho Gundam. And also, because I have the Gaplant TR5, I am one step closer to making the Hazel Ozla, because you got the blade rifle, which it needs, and then it's basically taking the advanced Hazel and giving it the Hazel 2's tri-booster, keeping the booster shield, the rifle, and then you're supposed to have parts, I believe, from, I think it's a cannon, which is also from the Hrairoo 2, but of course you only get these 2 parts from the Hrairoo 2, not the whole thing, because this is what it's supposed to look like, the backpack, or the add-on, or whatever you want to call it. But yeah, one step closer. I love Advance of Zeta. Like, the more kits I get, the more I love it, because look what you can do. You just keep adding on, make more bigger, ridiculous abominations, and I am down for it.